Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary, a special holiday offer. Today we're going to give you a 7 card year ahead tarot card reading for 2018. So it's going to be focused on what's coming up for you in this next 2018 year. So I have your cards here. So I'm going to start shuffling. I have already done a prayer. So I'll just go into the reading now, and I've been clearing out the energy with some sage. And I have your name in my head, and that will allow me to tune into your energy. So I'm going to start shuffling, okay? Oh my goodness, your cards flew out already. I'm not going to touch that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start choosing your cards now. I have ready 1 card chosen for you. I just need to choose 6 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as I tune into your energy already, I feel like you have a very, very big heart. So a big heart in the sense I feel like you're kind, you like giving to people, so you want to help people as much as you can. You want to give to people. You have a big heart, so it's like if you want to help somebody with something, you want to go to your fullest to fulfill that. So I feel big heart out of you. So that's something I'm picking up. As I tune into your energy too, I also feel like a sadness coming out from your energy I'm exchanging with you. Sadness, I think, either from the past of some form of being taken advantage of. So I don't know if it was because of a relationship or a friendship, but there's some form of sadness being taken out of, being taken advantage of. Okay. I don't know exactly how, but just being taken advantage of. I feel sadness of some form of betrayal, disappointment. So that's something I'm picking up. It's an emotional thing, so I feel like it can be a relationship of some sort. But you're that kind of person that you give your all. I feel like you give your all and you give your heart and soul when you care about somebody or when you care about the situation. And I think there was this one time where you did, and it was too much to the point that in the end you just got hurt. There's something I'm picking up with that. All right. Okay. So I actually picked out 7 cards for you, so I'll just go through the 7 cards and then go through the extra card that I picked out for you, hon. Okay. All right. So your first card here. Let's unravel all this. Very strong cards you have here. Okay. So your first card, which is right over here, represents lessons from your previous year. Okay. So the card you got is King of Swords. Okay. The fact that it's reversed usually means there's some form of blockage, but if anything, it just uh, represents something that needs to be worked on, or something that you struggle with. Okay, but this is a lesson that you've learned in the past previous year of 2017 that's ending now. Okay, so as you look at this, this is some form of a king, and he has a sword. So there, it represents someone of discipline, someone of control, someone of having like authority. Okay, so the fact that it's reversed, it means that a lesson that you've struggled with in this past year is the concept of having control. You know, having control over things, or when things are not going your way, or you want it to be, um, having control over things you can't control. You can't control the things you can't control sometimes. And this card's representing that frustration of when you want to try to have control over things, you want to have discipline over things, or you want things to work out the way you want it to work out. Okay, so your guides are kind of telling me sometimes in life you can't control the things you can't control, and so if something's occurring a certain way, and you've done everything and it doesn't change, it's the kind of thing that your guides want you to try out, which is let go, let God. If you can't control the situation, move on, or let it be for a little bit, or let it be for now. I do feel like this is a lesson that you've went through in this past year, but I also feel like you struggle with this and you deal with this at times, okay? And it gets frustrating to you because I feel like you always say to yourself, "Oh, I did everything in the right way," or um, "I've been going with it in the way it's supposed to be." I've been going through with it in the way that I've been supposed to go through with it. I'm sorry, I'm getting all tongue twisted here. Um, so and it's still, I don't understand why it's not going the way I want it to go. There's never always an explanation towards things. Sometimes God, um, has something not working out the way you wanted to because it's probably not meant for you. It's like God has better plans for you, has a different path for you. So take it as like a blessing in disguise. Okay, that's how I like seeing it, like a blessing in disguise. It doesn't make sense at the moment, but then it later makes sense. Okay. So this is like a lesson you've gone through in this previous year, and I think it's a form of struggle as well that you go through at times, like the struggle of control. Okay, because you just want things to be right and come out in the right way. Okay. All right, so your next card, which is number 2, which is right over here. Number 2 is what you can expect in the next year. All right, so the card I got is, this is a lovely card. Uh, it's a knight in shining armor. Okay, so it's kind of like that Prince Charming kind of guy. Okay, and also there's just a lot of emotions around this guy. So it's just a lot of water and things like that. So water represents emotions in tarot cards. Okay, uh, the fact that he's on his horse and uh, he's just enjoying himself. For me, it represents that you're gonna have uh, a very good year. This card's representing this year is gonna be smooth sailing. It's not gonna be as bumpy, or there's not gonna be as much struggles. Okay. Um, it represents as well you're a prince charming to somebody. So obviously you're in a relationship and you're very meaningful to someone. So it represents a lot of love. Okay, a lot of love. Sorry, my baby was kind of waking up. So it represents like a lot of love in this relationship, and also with you. You're gonna have a good year and it's gonna be smooth sailing. So um, I think this card also represents for me, as I'm tuning in, that big heart that you have, because there's a lot of emotion around this man, and you're this man on this beautiful horse. Okay. All right. So for number 3, so you're gonna have a good year. It's gonna be a calmer year. That's what this card's representing. It's gonna be a calmer year, and also just that you're gonna have a lot of love in this relationship. This relationship you have with your partner, it's just there's a lot of love, and it's just gonna be that love for each other is gonna accumulate, especially this year. Okay. Um, Your next card, which is number 3, which is right over here, represents obstacles, a challenge you'll face this year. Okay. Um, so it's interesting. So the card you got was a new beginning. So something new is going to happen this 2018. Something new. So I don't know if it's a new job, a new house, um, marriage, or I don't know exactly what it is, but it's interesting because your partner's card was celebration, and usually celebration means something new or something exciting, you know. And then you got for the challenge as well, you got like new beginnings. So you're gonna start something new, but it's gonna be a challenge. So either it's gonna be a positive new beginning, but it's gonna be draining and exhausting at the same time. So I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I just feel like the process itself is going to be tiring and it's going to be hard. So there's something new, some form of new beginning, something new that's going to come your way this year, because the Fool represents new beginnings, embarking on a new trip, embarking on a new adventure towards something completely different. So be aware of this new change or this new beginning, and it just seems like it's going to be a challenge at first, but I feel like it will get better over time, if anything, okay? So just look out for that and try to find ways to channel your energy in a different way once that new beginning comes, so you don't get drained as much or tired as much. All right? All right, so now we're going to go on to card number 4, which card number 4 is right over here. There's a lot of, okay, so I don't know if you guys are getting married or you're planning to have a baby or something, because these cards are very much giving me like marriage and engagement kind of stuff going on here. So be aware of this, okay? um, I don't, I don't know what's happening, but there's a lot of cards coming through with like very shifting things here, and I'm getting like a confirmation with this card too. So your next card, which is number 4, which represents strength, okay? How to harness your inner power, okay? So this card represents intuition, but it also, I see a baby, so for me is, I don't know, I'm seeing a baby. I'm seeing a lot of changes happening. So for me, I could be saying like, watch out, maybe there's a baby coming your way, having a baby. And also I see here intuition. I feel like if anything, your intuition can get hazy at times or confusing, or it's hard to deal with your intuition. But your guides are saying if you hone in on that and you try to not analyze your intuition too much with reality or with logical thinking, your intuition will be better and stronger. I'm really trusting in it and not doubting in your intuition. Okay. So your intuition is something that's going to help you tremendously for this year of 2018, especially for decision making this year coming up. With the new beginnings that you're going to go through, your intuition is going to be a big part of it, and it's going to help you tremendously if you allow it to come through and don't push it away. All right. Please be aware. I see a baby coming. I didn't tell your other partner, but with your cards, I'm seeing a baby coming. Okay. I don't know when, I don't know the time frame, but I am seeing a baby coming, and I just see a lot of shifts. All right. All right. So we're going to go to number 5. Okay. So your number 5 card is right over here. And number 5 represents advice, lessons you learned last year. Okay, so this is advice to help you. Okay, um, for me, this card, which is Queen of Wands, it's representing not giving up your true essence. Continue to be who you are. Don't change yourself for anyone. Don't feel like you have to be different around sort of certain people, or hide certain aspects of yourself. This card is just representing to continue to follow your true purpose, your inner true essence of who you are. Don't let anything change that. Okay, so that's kind of like a lesson that you went through as well this year. especially with the controlling thing. Knowing that you just stick to what you know, stick to your true essence, stick to being who you are, and never change that. You be who you follow your inner truth, especially career wise. If anything, you follow your purpose. Because that's what you're meant to be doing in this path. You follow what you like, you follow what you love. And don't let anything change that. Okay. I know things around you, or like outside things can affect that, but your guides are saying don't ever lose who you really are. Okay. And I think that was something you're going through this last year as well, like just questioning, doubting, and things like that, and dealing with yourself and still wanting to follow your inner true essence. And your guides are kind of like now reassuring as advice for you for this next coming year. Don't change that and continue to be who you are. Continue to follow your truth and be you, and follow your purpose. Follow what you love. Don't give up on that. Okay, that's what they're telling me. Um, and they're saying with if you continue to ask for support from the universe, they will support you in your true purpose and in the idea of you just continuing to be who you are without changing that. All right, hun? All right, so we're going to go on now to number 6, which is right over here. And number 6 represents navigation, guidance for the year ahead. All right. Okay, so I'm seeing something with, I don't know if somebody is in the arts or drama or loves creativity or is in the idea of creativity or enjoys creativity. But again, I think this is a self-esteem thing again. Okay, so this kind of connects with this other card I was talking about. The idea of believing in yourself. Continue to believe in yourself. Continue to believe in your art and metaphorically, if anything, in who you are and what you love to do, what you believe. I do feel a low self-esteem in these cards as well. So again, it's just due to your past traumas, if anything, and people putting you down, or the person, or being taken advantage of, or being hurt by that person, or family, or uh, family member, whatever it is. Um, but this card is definitely saying believe in yourself, like lift yourself up, uplift yourself, and continue to have that confidence and motivation towards believing in your talents or your gifts or your what you like to do. Um, so I just I see that emotional side to you that either I don't know if you hide it or it just stays stuck within you. That in the end, that's who you really are. You have that sensitive side to you that you can't hide it from people. Okay, and also it's okay to have low self-esteem because everybody does, but it's a kind of thing where um, if you're failing at something or if it's not going the right way, with the controlling thing, don't let that beat you up. Don't let that make you feel like you have to give up or anything like that. Continue to believe in that and go forward. Um, so it's a kind of thing that I said again, like your guide is saying to me that this year is going to be more smooth. It's not going to be as stressful or frustrating. Okay, so uh, keep your hopes up, continue to have faith, lift yourself up, continue to uh, push yourself, keep going. Okay, so your last card that I received here, which is a 2 of Cups. um, the 2 of Cups represents the overall theme for this year. Okay, which the overall theme here I have is an arrangement. Okay, this is between 2 people, and usually the cups represent something emotional, love, etc. Okay, so the fact that's reversed, it usually can represent between these 2 people. So usually a relationship. So this relationship you're in, it's saying that for me, it's just focusing on the overall theme is just working on the relationship, and being stronger together as partners. you're gonna build more together this year. Okay, that's what the cards are telling me. And you're gonna just get really close and stronger together and continue to grow. Okay, the fact that it's reversed, it's gonna be hard. Your guides are telling me it'll be hard at times, but you gotta push yourself, and you gotta know that, like, with goodness there's bad, but with bad there's good. So in the end, it's just building you guys, making you stronger, and you just continue working. It's like you're working on the relationship. You're working with um on loving each other, being there for each other, caring about each other, okay? So that's going to be a huge theme for this year. Working on the relationship and just um, showing that love and caring for one another, and seeing how strong it gets between you two, and how strong the bond, the relationship itself will become. You guys won't just be lovers, but you guys will really care for each other as friends, as friends in this world, as individuals and souls. So this is a huge theme for this year, that you guys will be definitely working a lot on the relationship, okay, between you two. So this is both of you. All right. And so the last card that I have here, which is Four of Cups, kind of focuses on the whole low self-esteem thing that I was talking about. But it shows a man kind of hanging out, but at the same time he's kind of bored. So when things are not going your way, or when you feel like there's times where you're unfulfilled, um, your guides are kind of saying, reach out to them. It's okay to feel unfulfilled at times, or to feel hopeless at times, but to have faith. I feel like you lose faith a lot sometimes, or you give up, like, hope, that hope or faith. And you have to find that faith sometimes. With that faith and hope, it allows good things to come into your life, even if you have a little bit of that unfulfillment in certain departments. Um, so a big message for you today is, like, continue to have faith, find that hope, not just within yourself, but also with life, and the idea of that good things happen, okay? And things can get better, you know? So I'm gonna leave you with that, hon. I very much hope you enjoyed that reading. Sorry with me cutting, like, the video at some point, because my baby woke up, like, for a couple of seconds, but she went back to sleep. But anyways, um, I send you lots of love. It just seems like a lot of the cards are just like that feeling of just uncertainty with oneself, and just knowing that everything's okay and you're in the right place. You are in the right place, and all is meant to be. And it's okay to have a lot of things going on at the same time, but in the end, it's just, it's only going to shape you and make you stronger. So I'm going to leave you with that, hun. Many blessings from the heavens above, and happy holidays. And it was such a pleasure in giving you this reading. I hope to speak to you again in the near future. Bye now.